Here's a part that feels wrong at first. The next jump in full arch accuracy might not come from a new photogrammetry scanner. It might come from a phone. I'm not saying dedicated photogrammetry cameras don't work. They're the gold standard. I'm saying that bottleneck is access, cost, hardware, and getting the system into the workflow every single time. I went through a clinical paper called Accuracy of a Smartphone App in Photogrammetry Algorithm in Complete Arch Digital Implant Capture. That is a long title. It's by Dr. Andrea Santamaria Lauerden. This paper isn't debating photogrammetry, it's testing something very specific. Can phone-based photogrammetry get close to a photogrammetry camera in real patients? They did this in edentulous full arch implant cases using multi-unit abutments and photogrammetry markers. The phone method is basically a photo sweep around 15 to 25 photos, and the software triangulates those markers and outputs an STL. And they didn't just take one phone scan, they repeated the phone capture multiple times per arch so they could measure two things. How close is it to the reference system and how consistent is it? They compare the STL files by looking at distances and angles between implants. Basically, does the phone produce the same implant position map as a dedicated photogrammetry system? Stats-wise, they use standard methods to handle non-perfect data. Shapiro-Wilk checks if the data behaves normally, log transform keeps outliers from skewing the math, and mixed effects models account for repeated measurements from the same patients. Here's a number that matters. The mean difference between the phone app and the dedicated system was about 20 microns, with the median around the high teens. That's the accuracy story right there. And the angular difference was about 0.2 of a degree, again, very small. Also important, implant span didn't significantly change accuracy, meaning the error didn't build up across longer distances in the arch. No drift across the arch signal. They did see a statistical arch effect in linear trueness, but angular trueness didn't change by arch. Translation, small differences, but nothing pointing to a breakdown of the phone method. From the lab side, this matters because stable implant capture is what reduces mystery remakes. Less chasing passivity, less why doesn't this seed when the design looked perfect. So there's limits to the paper. Small sample, one experienced operator, controlled conditions, the dedicated camera is the reference, and they didn't fabricate a framework to prove passive fit. So the bottom line, in this in vivo study, phone-based photogrammetry captured implant position very close to the dedicated photogrammetry system, and that's the shift.
Subscribe for advanced, research-driven insights.